Good day, everyone. How are you all doing? This is the Exit at Magna Crypto, back again with another video. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about two of my low cap coin picks that I think have a good shot of doing well in the bull run that we are in right now. And I'm going to talk to you about why I think that is. We're going to have a look at some of the updates from these two caps, from these two coins, and have a look at some of the technicals. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Before we get started, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate that. And also, if you're a newcomer to crypto and you want to learn the fundamental tools that are required to be a good investor and to get started straight away, I've made a free course. Link for that is in the description. Go ahead and enroll to that. Now, let's get started. We are going to look at the first crypto that I want to talk about, and that's Singularity Net. Now, I've actually covered both of these coins before, but I think it is deserving of another mention, especially after Bitcoin has kicked it into fifth gear. So we have Singularity Net. Their aim is to distribute the power of AI with their decentralized AI marketplace. Not too complicated. They want to make AI available for everyone and not just the very, very rich companies. Very noble cause, and it makes a lot of sense. Obviously, at the moment, realistically, are a lot of people going to use it? Maybe not. But the idea is fantastic, and once AI starts to become even more mainstream than it already is, you can see this can really pick up. And the other thing about this project, apart from how much value that it actually gives to the ordinary person, I mean, how else can you actually access AI? This is probably the only way I've ever heard, obviously decentralized. But the other thing that I love about this project is its leader, and this is Mr. Ben Goertzel. He's been on countless different kind of YouTube channels, the likes of London Real. I think he's been on quite a few. As you can see here, he's with Mr. none other than John, obviously a very suspicious character. I don't know if you've seen the film about him. He's much stranger than you think, but he is a big figure nonetheless. But he is one of the leaders in the AI space. When you have one of the leaders in this space, in artificial intelligence, leading this project, all his intellect, his ideas coming into this project, it stands a very good chance of being successful, because it is often the leadership that will drive projects to fruition, to realization. So this is, for me, one of the most important factors behind why I'm a big supporter of this coin. Looking at some of the tokenomics, it's got a max supply, so no more than this will be created. Market cap, as I've mentioned, is still very low, only 40 million. So it can easily 10x to 400 million, easily get to a billion. And if the crypto market were to get to the multi-trillions, then the whole space will gain in value, especially a project like this. Now, obviously, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. This is not financial advice. Obviously, you have the responsibility to research this project thoroughly. So if you choose to invest in these projects, that is completely your responsibility. But let's move on. Looking at the actual, so it's actually launched the AI marketplace, and you can demo some of these products. And if you've already got 4 pages, up to 46 items. Now, are these going to be super popular? Obviously not. It's still a very young market, but imagine the future when you've got hundreds of different AI services that you can purchase, very easily. I don't know if you've heard of the website Fiverr, where you can easily get any kind of service you want, whether it's animation or certain designs, any kind of service. People can offer that on the marketplace. Now you can imagine something similar to that here, when you've got people that are very skilled at AI, are able to kind of leverage their services and actually have a marketplace to sell it to normal individuals like you and myself. So this is massive use case in production. Very, very, very good to see. And this is their blog, just to kind of highlight that they are active in the game. You've got obviously Ben Goertzel making tons of blog posts. In particular, you can see some of the partnerships, collaborating with Cardano. You can see that they're leveraging the Latin America's AI superpowers. They are on the Google Play market. So, as mentioned, this is the blog post regarding them going onto the Google Play marketplace. They released a Java SDK available on their developer portal, which allows developers to create a SingularityNet service client in the Java programming language. And they're now able to connect Android mobile apps to the SingularityNet platform, enabling AI services to be accessed by apps found on the Google Play Store. And they've got a songs player app, which showcases the power of the Java SDK. And obviously there is a use case right there as well. And a more recent update, this was in November, the Singularity Net announces Singularity DAO, which is a unique layer 2 non-custodial AI DeFi solution aimed at revolutionizing the altcoin market. Now, as always, you can look more further into these posts by simply going to the website. I'm merely highlighting the fact that they're making a lot of updates and they're furthering their roadmap plans. So that's Singularity Net at a glance. Now, with these small cap coins, what I do want to kind of mention again is that these are obviously more riskier bets, and they could do very well, but they could also not do very well. There's no guarantees with this market, but when you have a team like this and a project like this, it increases the chance of it doing well. Now, for me, I put a small position into this project. I may add to it as time goes on, in a short while perhaps, because there's so much potential, and it's only a 40 million market cap. If it gets to 400 to a billion, you've 10x, 15x your money. So it's a massive opportunity that it could easily do way more than that. So it's worth a small bet, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the next project, we have Akash Network. As I've mentioned, I have done a cover of Akash Network, which I'll put a link in to hopefully somewhere over here. Akash Network is a decentralized cloud service. You can put any node or any application on this decentralized cloud, and it spreads that kind of computing requirement or that power throughout the network. So this as well, we'll look into the technicals in a second, but this is another small bet. It's only a $23 million market cap, and it's got good volume as well. Unfortunately, there isn't a max supply, but it does have a total supply. Again, it could easily do a 10x. This is a fantastic idea. It's already well within the test net. There's a lot of in the update that I did previously, it mentioned how many apps have been deployed, how many developers are active on the test net. And I imagine when they get to the main net, it hasn't even reached that. To kind of add to that, it's only available on two, I think it's two market exchanges, sorry. Yeah, so it hasn't even hit the big exchanges like Binance, like KuCoin, etc. So when it hits these exchanges, there's going to be obviously a massive increase in price, and it's still under $1. And it's been increasing ever so slightly, which we'll see in a moment with the technicals. One thing I did want to mention, apart from the fact that it's doing constant challenges to kind of get the market to rally, to gain some more attention, I wanted to look at this in particular. Now, you can stake your AK tokens, and just to show kind of the level of support from the network, the belief from the users, from all the tokens available, 88% are currently being staked. So 88% of the entire user base is staking their tokens, which is very, very impressive. Again, it shows the belief in the project from its users, that they want to kind of support the network by staking, but also because they have a long-term belief in the project. So looking at the technicals, it's not available on TradingView. However, if you look at the technicals, obviously it's under $1. However, once it breaches this level, which you can see it's just retested very recently, once it breaches that, it's going to get to a place of price discovery. The stage of price discovery, it could go anywhere. It could go to $2, $3, $5, $10. It's going to be very, very unpredictable in a good way. And it's getting close to that level. It was actually yesterday that it hit that. It got rejected from that, but you can see that it's on the up. It's on the ascendancy. Volume has been increasing and price is in an upwards direction. It's behaving very positively. Now, price may drop a bit further down to 81 cents. As you can see here, there was a swing high. This could be resistance turned support, or perhaps at this wick at 87 cents. So we'll have to see as time goes on. On the weekly time frame, you can see that there is actually a high at 80 cents or 81 cents, sorry. So that could become support going forward. If that does become support and it bounces from that point, then there's going to be a good chance that will break new all-time highs at 96 cents, which would be very, very positive. Again, I've got a small position in this. I may add some going forward, especially the fact that it hasn't even hit the big exchanges yet. Another great project. Now let's look at the technicals of AGI, Singularity Net. Now this, you can see we broke out of this resistance level. We've retested this, which is positive. We just got to the midpoint of this range, but it actually got rejected and went below. So you can see that there is another resistance level here and one here rejected. It's gone below this next resistance level. So it may end up revisiting this support level at 0.03. We'll have to see how it reacts from that. It may go even further down if it starts to form like a descending triangle. We will have to see, but again, this is a small cap coin. These kind of prices are, to be honest, irrelevant in the sense that once we kind of bounce out of this resistance level, once we continue going higher, it's going to go way, way past this level. Hence why if you want to add a position to this, it doesn't really matter where in this kind of area that you add it to. Long term, very bullish with AGI. So that'll be the video. That'll be it for the video. Hope you got some value from that. Two great projects, both small caps, huge potential. Obviously do your due diligence. This is just my opinion. I've covered this before, as I said, and since I've covered it, it's been doing very well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.